going to press record for us. So welcome, Lindsay. Welcome everybody that is live on Facebook or has joined us on Zoom. We are very, very, very excited to talk about this. We actually collaborated in Chicago last year, which for us was exciting because we met in Chicago.
Yes.
And we experienced such an amazing journey with Lisa Williams. What, 2012 was it?
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out the other day because someone asked me. I think it was 2012 or 2013. I forget.
Yeah, I think it was 12. I think. I don't, it's, oh my God, it feels like so far away.
I know. It really does.
It feels like so far away. So we're very excited to collaborate again. And I think we will try to do this every year, an intensive to come together because we really like working together. Yes. And so it makes the class a lot of fun. And I think for us, it's such a bond to have because we saw each other in a moment where we really were going to step into our mediumship. And here we are teaching together, Lindsay. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I love Chicago, so I can't wait to be there with you.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Last year, our gallery, it sold out. And I think that has a lot to do with our energy. And I think we're both just really laid back. I think we definitely surrender very much to what we receive based on the groups that we teach and what we're doing. So today's exciting, right? Because we have a special offer for people today. We are talking about our 3-day intensive. But you want to expand on that a bit?
Yes. So Lily and I were talking about, who is this going to be for? Is it going to be for just beginners or just people that are more advanced? And we kept thinking that we want all levels there. So that's a big thing to know. So if you're someone that's, starting out in the mediumship world, or you're someone that's a working medium, we want you there. Because what we want to do over the course of the 3 days is to make it very intimate and tailor it to exactly what you need. So it's going to be very organized. And I know that you probably want to share how many people we're taking.
No, go ahead, Lindsay. I mean, just expand on that.
Sure. Okay, so we're only taking 30 people. And the reason we're taking 30 people is because we want to make sure that everyone gets our attention. And what we also are going to do to make it even more intimate is Lillian and I will actually break up the whole group into 2 groups if we need to. So if we notice that there are people that they're feeling like, you know what, I feel like I need more attention on this topic, and I feel like my level here maybe needs some work, we will split it up. So Lillian will take one group, so it might even be half and half. I'm not sure how it's going to fall, depending on who we have. We are intuitively guided in everything that we do, so it's going to be very organized, but it's also going to be spirit-led too. So if we find that someone needs a work in one area, maybe Lillian will take them, and if someone needs work in another area, I will take them. And because it's 3 days, you are going to be really busy. It's going to be very interactive because I feel like as a teacher, I used to teach 3rd grade, and you've been teaching forever too, Lillian. And I think both of us work well when it's interactive. Like, I feel like we have that same type of personality when it comes to teaching, that it's better when we're in the moment and we can teach in the moment. So I feel like interactive exercises are going to be huge for this. So if you're into that sort of thing, then this is for you. If you're someone that likes to sit and listen to lectures for 3 days, then it's definitely not for you.
Not for you.
Because we're going to be doing a lot of exercises. And also we have 2 different teaching styles too, which is important because you're getting 2 different teachers that may teach the same way, but we have the same philosophy as spirit is the thing that's guiding us. And when it comes from the soul and the heart, then it's a different effect than just strictly sticking with your mind the whole time. We want to incorporate the feeling of the soul and the spirit that comes through.
Absolutely. So, I think that's a great benefit. I work with Luann doing the Soul Side Out course, and I've worked with Mark doing the positive mediumship. And Lindsay, I got to tell you that it is a tremendous benefit for the students. And I think when the teachers do respect each other and allow each other to be individual, there is a great benefit, which obviously they'll receive here as well.
Yes,
right?
Definitely. And we do want to put some sort of incentive out there, because I know some of you have been interested in signing up, and you're probably thinking, you know, when is it? And Lillian, you actually have I have my planner right here in front of me too. It's going to be in June. We want to make sure it's before 4th of July, so that if you're going away for 4th of July, you could still make it. But it's going to be June 29th, which is a Friday. And then we're going to Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the 29th of June, the 30th of June, and then Sunday, July 1st. But we do have an incentive. So if you're on here now, or you see this, we're going to send out this as a replay, right? Or they could watch it after.
Yeah, we're going to, I'm going to post this on YouTube, and then we're going to actually put the link inside of the event on the MDS group.
Oh,
so Lindsay, and I'll give it to you as well if you want to post it anywhere in your social media as well.
Yes.
So they'll be able to expand and go back to this video for sure.
Okay, because if you see this video, and what's today's date? Monday, March 26th, and you sign up before midnight tonight, then you are entered actually to win. I should probably get it. Let me get it so I can show them.
I love it. Yeah.
Oh,
We're very excited about this.
yes. Yay. So my Unlock Your Connection Oracle deck, healing 55 card deck of healing messages, and Lillian's prescription, which is awesome. So the 2 people will be pulled out of the raffle, and they'll win this. So I'll mail you the cards if you end up signing up today before midnight for our workshop. And then Lillian is your chakra prescription, is that online?
It is actually, yeah, I will email it to them. So whomever wins, you'll have it emailed to you. And then it also includes an attunement. So I will attune your spirit bodies, your chakras, and then I'll give you the prescription, which will, as well as the video. So you have an instructional video as well as the prescription to kind of follow through with it. So I love it. It's a shift. It's like a clearing. It's like a resetting. And the cards are amazing because I have your cards, Lindsay, and I really like them. And Luann came up with a great idea of putting your cards out on the chairs at our galleries, and people really love the messages. Yeah, they really love the messages. I'm telling you, it was an amazing, brilliant idea because your cards are
messages after she did that.
Yeah, your cards are they're messages of loved ones, right? Is it messages from loved ones? So it really did the work, and you could tell that the energy and the love was behind that because it felt right. It fit in with what we were doing.
Yes, I love it. Thank you. Should we put a link in the comments, because some people might be wondering?
Yes, let's go ahead and do that now.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we want to bring in, a mix of evidence, you know, the importance of evidence in messages from those that have passed, but we also want to bring in the presence of those that have passed too. And I think both of us use that in our mediumship, but it's very easy to get in your head when it comes to mediumship. You can get in your human mind and think, oh my gosh, why can't I get more information? Or why am I not feeling spirit? And we'll teach you different ways to do that. And we'll give you exercises to do to really fine tune each of the areas of connecting with those that have passed. I feel like it's such a huge part of development to have a group of people that you can work with together and you feel comfortable working with them. So that's important too.
It's important, it is. And I think when we talk about a group setting, right? I think people say, well, why do I need to sit in a circle, Linz? They say, why? And I don't think I understood this for a long time either. So I am the first guilty person of not knowing the answer to this.
Yeah.
I know that when I worked with you guys in Chicago in that intensive with Lisa, that we were both walking around like, what is happening? We felt drunk like we had wine. And it was the beautiful benefit of working in a group setting where what starts to happen is your frequency is, if there's 10 people in that group, and this is my belief, your frequency is 10 times higher. So your sensitivities become very present. Your abilities are felt and seen more. So the benefit also of working in a group is just really being in the higher frequency to see more of what it is that you know is there, but maybe your conscious mind is quieting it a bit, or you're too busy in the world. But when you're in this environment, it's very present and it's loud and it's amazing. And you walk away like, wow, oh my God, I felt that here and there, but I never realized that's what it was. Or I feel so awake now. I know I felt different. I felt different after that course. It took me a week to come back to normal state.
I felt like the same way. I really did. And it's hard to even put it into words, but I feel like you did a good job of explaining that, because I feel like you can't even imagine what could happen in 3 days, really. But you'll have to experience it for yourself. So whether you do this workshop or you join another workshop, whatever it may be, I feel like there's a reason that you're guided to do some sort of development, because there's a reason. And I felt like there's always stories of how spirit nudges us in certain directions.
Absolutely. And that comes with every class that we have. There is a pattern. There's a pattern of a connection that all of the students have. Every single class. There's a class I had where probably half of the students in the class lost mothers.
Oh, wow.
And they were still grieving from that. There's another class where people lost children.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's no coincidence that they were all brought together in that group at that moment in their lives.
Yes.
So for us as teachers to experience that growth before our eyes, it's amazing. I just did the 3-day intensive at the platform in Chicago, and it was amazing. By the end of the day, the bonds that you saw with the students were fantastic. And so you'll gain friendships, because it can be a lonely world, and it can.
Yes. If we didn't have each other at the beginning, oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do, because it really is true. I was just thinking that. It just having that kind of community when you're going through this, because it is a new experience, or if you've been a medium and you're a working medium, it is nice to have that. And I feel like having that family, you know, it naturally develops.
It's important. It really is. Yeah. And I really like the fact that we limit it to 30 students. For me and you, it's all about giving them what they're needing, having integrity in what we do as teachers, and also keeping personal responsibility in mind. Yeah, we want a group, but we don't want to not give everybody individual attention. So many things can happen in a workshop. You know, when we're working in the capacity of this frequency, people's, you know, they're changing. They're not understanding what they're feeling. They might be a little disconnected. We have to take time and kind of sit them down and explain to them that this is just energy. Let's pull that aura in. So it's not just about, you know, talking about what we're teaching, but it's about supporting the students as well, as you and I do, because we're very nourishing. And I think that's why we connect it right away.
I think so too.
I was like, oh my God. And you were like, yeah, oh my God, do you feel that way? Yes, I do. Oh my God.
It's true. It really is true. And also the bonus of this too, and Lillian actually thought of the idea, which I love, is to do a follow-up. Like a month after we do our in-person workshop, we'll do a Q&A. So we'll get on Zoom like this, and if you're available the day that we do it, then great. And if not, you'll see the link that we have out. But we'll do a Q&A to answer any questions that have come up since you've worked with us. And we'll just do that for an hour, a month after our workshop. So you have that support during that night.
And again, that comes back to collaborating and the benefit of it, because actually I give credit to Allison Gannon, because we did the online, and she said, Lillian, let's do a 1-month follow-up. I said, oh my God, that's brilliant. Because if the students are feeling a bit off and not knowing where they're at, we're giving them support. So, well, hey, we're here to answer questions for an hour. What are those? Let's get in there. Let's do it. But I think the fact of the benefit of I think the collaboration of two teachers is obviously that, especially the way we've broken it down, is they'll be able to experience your exercises and my exercises. And not only that, I think the beautiful part of it is seeing our collaboration.
Yes.
And for me, that is important, that you and I, we lead by example, and saying that this is a small world and we should collaborate and we should love and support each other. because,
Yeah.
any other way, it's just not healthy. And I think that you and
That's,
I do a good job with that. So I'm very lucky to have you and others that I really have a great collaboration with.
yeah.
Um, so they walk away with the sense of, wow, look at them, they work together. You're doing exercises, and then I'll be assisting you in whatever way, and then I'll be doing exercises and you'll be assisting me. And I think we'll be learning from each other, which is amazing for us, um, as well as supporting the students and giving them the teachings of both of us, as we have stated. So I think when you and I came up with the idea of this intensive, we came up with day 1 and day 2. And we thought, well, you know what? Those 2 days are days of, let's get in there, let's move, let's do exercises. What was the outcome? All right, let's move through the day again. Let's go, let's go. And on that 3rd day, putting it together,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
So I think that 3rd day, when we talk about putting it together, Lindsay said, well, Lillian, let's break them, let's break them apart in groups so that they can get the experience of perhaps those that are wanting to read in gallery, but in a capacity of a smaller group. And
Yeah.
let's go ahead and let them have that experience. And then going on to what, putting guys in the position where we're watching you guys, and we're going to coach you guys and give you something to walk away with, right? And
Yeah.
something for you to work with in a month,
Yeah.
and come back and say, hey, I did that and it worked for me, or it didn't work for me. So I like that as well, right? Because wouldn't you
Yes.
say, Linz, that every class is different? The dynamic of every class is different. That's why I think being spiritually guided as a teacher is so important.
It is. It really is. And I think that, I don't know, I'm just so excited about it. I already like feel it in my head just being there. And I don't know, I just know it's going to be amazing.
They already have it all planned out for us.
Yes, exactly. And I'm excited to meet some of the people in the mediumship development group and new people that aren't in it, in person, because it's nice meeting. I love doing online classes. Like, that's something that I love. Nice to actually meet in person and see people and see who they are in person.
I
So
know. In the last, in the platform intensive, one of my students drove 18 hours to get here. And I was just so in love with her. And I was like, I can't believe you're in front of me. And I was just overwhelmed, because I worked with her so long online. And so then
yeah,
to come together, right? And meet them and actually see them and for them to feel you. And I think
yeah,
that the experience online is fantastic for us both. But there is a little bit of a different dynamic in person. Not that it's better, but it is a different dynamic in a way, right?
right.
So we're definitely hoping that you guys can come out and join us. And again, like Lindsay said, if you're ready to work, you want to work on that foundation, and we call this, a soulful mediumship intensive, because we want it to be full of your soul. We're going to bring our soul, and we're going to come together with all the souls on the other side. And we're
Mm-hmm.
going to allow them to be part of this. We're not going to keep them separate, right, Lindsay? We're going to do it
Yes.
together.
Yeah, and I think that's big. Like, I feel like the big thing too, and I'm sure I feel like you are like this, is when people are in front of us and we're teaching them, we're not telling you how to do this, but we're giving you techniques. So we're not forcing you and saying you have to own this style of mediumship. We're saying, if you want to emphasize this in your mediumship, you can do these steps. Like, I'm really big on, if it resonates with you, take it. If something doesn't resonate with you right now, then push aside. So just being your own person when you're doing the mediumship, and just strengthening it whatever way that you need to at that moment.
That's important, Lindsay, because I was talking to somebody about that, and I remember when I was developing, I would watch and I'm like, oh my God, that's brilliant. And I'll turn around, Lindsay, and I'll try to implement it in my mediumship, and it wouldn't work. It just wasn't what my soul needed or what my soul wanted. And
Yeah.
so, I believe the same thing. So we're on the same page with that. I love that you said that, and I love that. And also, I think the presence of the soul, I think that's lost, Lindsay. I think, you having worked with Mavis, me having worked with Mavis, she brings you to the definition of the presence of the soul. And I think the foundation is all the same. We all have to have that foundation, because without that foundation, which is the basics, integrity, personal responsibility, chakras clears, whatever it is, and however it is that we come to that place, it all leads to us building a stronger relationship with the spirit world. And so we want this intensive to be full of the souls on the other side also coming in and being present and helping. And I know some of my exercise will include them going to the spirit world, not just working with each other. So that's it, and just us bringing the foundation and your teachings. I'm excited. I'm happy. We're going to put it out to the universe. We just wanted to take time today and really bring it to you guys in person, because we really enjoy each other, and we hope that you guys enjoy us too, right, Lindsay?
Yes, we're going to have fun. And if they have any questions, I know if they want to comment underneath, if we get to it, we'll get to it after this comes out live. We can always answer them too if you're joining.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about it. And again, this is going to be in Chicago. It is going to be in Wooddale. And if you're interested, I have posted the link, but let me give it to you. It is intensivechicago.eventbrite.com. Again, it is intensivechicago.eventbrite.com. And you can click on the link from the comments here on our live, or again, you can just go to intensivechicago.eventbrite.com and you will be on the site. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to message Lindsay, message myself, or even message underneath here. Again, the dates are going to be June 29th, 30th, and 1st. And it is an intensive, so like Lindsay said, be ready to work. Right,
yes,
Lindsay?
Definitely.
Be ready to work. I'm excited to have you, Lindsay, here in Chicago. And again, if you register by today before midnight, you are going to be entered in a raffle to win a deck of cards. So 2 people will be able to win the deck of cards, and also my chakra prescription that I offer to those. All right. Again, if you have any questions about this very amazing, soulful intensive in Chicago, you can reach myself or Lindsay at any time. And would you like to close with anything else, Linz?
No, just I'm excited. If your heart is guiding you, there's a reason. If you're listening to this right now, there is a reason.
Absolutely. And we believe, again, we are being guided. So we were guided to come together and do this. I mean, we could have just done a gallery, but we're like, no, we need to do something more. Let's go ahead and do an intensive. So we know Spirit has it all organized already. So thank you those that joined us here in our MDS group. Thank you those that joined us on Zoom. And you can go to my YouTube, or I'm sure if Lindsay puts this anywhere on social media, she'll put the link on her page. So if you haven't requested her as a friend, please do so at this time. And thank you very much, Lindsay, for taking the time to talk about this, because I am really, really excited. It's going to be nice weather for us too here in Chicago.
I know.
So we can fit in to eat somewhere nice and go somewhere just for a little bit here in Chicago together. So thank you, everyone, again, and many blessings to everybody. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.